Welcome back to the channel. Right, remember when Jonathan said that when we get to 1,000 subscribers he's going to do a burnout? Well, we're at 981 subscribers, so really close. But while we're talking about subscribers, I've been thinking about this. My pal Ozzy commented on one of my videos yesterday saying it's mad how you've got such a good channel, it's well edited, well produced, really interesting, informative, all that sort of stuff, but it's really slow and not got a lot of subscribers. And I do wonder why, you know, because like I bust my balls doing this and I think I do make good videos. When I started this I wanted to make videos that I wanted to watch, that I enjoyed watching, and I do. But do you know, like, is there any point me even carrying on doing the damn things? One of the things I've been thinking about is, you know, when you turn your phone sideways, you lose all the buttons, don't you? And you can't see, like, the, you know, the like button and the subscribe button and the comment button and stuff like that. But when you turn it back the way around, you can. Maybe that's why. And then when you get to an end of a video, another video starts, and you just like kind of, you know, just keep on watching videos or click to the next one and you forget to do it maybe. I don't know, but I really can't work it out because, you know, I do think the videos are pretty good and and the car's good, and, you know, what you doing, guys? Aware there's like 70% of the people who watch my videos aren't subscribed. So yeah, press the buttons. All it takes is like, all you got to do is like, you know, press a button, you know. Anyway, we need another 19 people to press a button, and Jonathan's going to do a burnout in his Mark 1 Escort. Now, if you've seen any of the burnouts that he has done in his Escort, he calls them a burnout and they're not. They're a flipping wheel spin at best. So, you know, I wind him up about them. And he did say on camera that when we get to 1,000 subscribers, he would do a burnout, and it needs to be a proper one. We're going to like wedge his car so he can't slip forward and make him do a proper burnout. So he needs new back tyres on that thing anyway. So that's where we're at. That's what I think. And my response to Ozzy was this: it's easier to sell crap to idiots than it is to sell good shit to clever people. Spin you round. Got a spoiler out the mould. It's got a few little holes that need repaired and whatnot. I've run out of filler, so I used a bit of gel coat on it. But anyway, I'm trimming this edge down now so that it fits in that gap. So this should be interesting. See what it looks like. This will be the first time we've had the spoiler in the gap, so that's what I'm doing. I've been sanding, as you can see, so I've not been filming because I've been sanding, much to Colin's disappointment. Right, come on then, let's see what it fits like. Should be a little bit loose because obviously I want it to move up and down, so I don't want it to be tight. That's alright though, it's better than it being loose. At least I can sand it back then, can't I? So it's going to sit something like that. I'm going to work out a way to wedge that in there, and then we'll have another look at it. I'm going to round the edges off as well, these corners. I'm just taping in some support underneath it, just to hold it up into place, roughly. It's quite big, isn't it? But big is better. Yes, on the channel thing, maybe I should do the, hey, welcome back to the channel bullshit. I can't be arsed with that, man. I'm just, do you know what I mean? I'm also not going to do the we bought the cheapest car on Facebook kind of crap either, do you know what I mean? I'm filming what I'm doing. I'm doing this anyway, you know? I make these videos, A, so that, like I say, I want to make videos that I enjoy. B, something that my kids can look back in the future and say, ah, that was my dad. So yeah, it's not that I'm doing it like for YouTube. Don't need to do it. So I'm like at this point where I'm like, what do we do? I'm coming to the end of this car. I've got the Datsun to finish off. Now, the video side of the YouTube channel started with the Datsun, really. So I'm going to finish that off as well. But after that, is there any point? I don't know. You know, I know there's a handful of people watching the channel that really enjoy it, and I really appreciate your support. But, you know, I'm starting to lose a little bit of enthusiasm for it because there isn't any enthusiasm for it. You just feel like you're banging your head against the brick wall. So anyway, I'll quit moaning, spin you around, and we'll have a better look at this. Oh, I like it. It's not quite even. Maybe I should just whip that out and paint it, chuck some black paint. I'm going to whip it. But then there's the tape everywhere as well. Obviously it's going to have the end caps in it. Well, that looks pretty much like I expected it to look like. What's your thoughts? You wouldn't want to walk around and catch your side on it, but I've rounded off the edges. And when it first goes in, like fixed in, it's not going to be active, so don't be disappointed. That's Jonathan's department, and I'll just have to wait for him to do that. So, like I say, it's not quite in straight, it needs to be a bit more forward on this side, maybe. Put a little mark there. I'm imagining that's where it's going to pivot from, but I maybe need to find the actual point of balance, which I think is a little bit further forward. It seems heavier at the back, even though it doesn't look it. It seems heavier at the back than it is at the front. I think the centre, the weight, would that be called the pole, the moment of inertia? I'm not too sure. But I think that the balance point is about there, not there. But that's where the centre is on measurement wise. Well, that's as far as I can get with that bit for today anyway, because I need to finish filling it. But I'm pretty damn happy with that. It's the first spoiler I've ever made. I've never made a spoiler like that, like an aerofoil. Never done that before. So that's a first. Just checking out all the different angles. I'm going to stop recording and keep on looking at it for a bit. Right, so we're having a debate. Uncle John's here. Tatty's there looking out the canteen window. And this is what we're debating over. I do like it, but I think I've got so used to looking at it without it and like it that I don't know. I'm just not quite. Yeah, I don't know. What's your thoughts? I mean, it's pretty much how I thought it was gonna look. And from some angles, it looks absolutely fantastic. From there, it just looks like a little flick, you know, it's just a little lip. I mean, even if you just imagine this like not active and fixed in position. Funny one. I thought I'd be like, you know, put it in and be like, yeah, that's mint. But I'm just like, yeah, it's all right. Looks a lot better black, obviously makes more sense. Uncle Jan says paint it white. I said you could maybe paint it white and then do just the tip of it black. It's a bit of a conundrum. So I'm just looking at it at all sorts of different angles. One thing, like the angle that it sits at, I mean, the look of the full car, you know, I want it to look aggressive and a little bit over the top and a little bit obnoxious. Certainly looks good from the back. And I like it, like the back obviously it's at the back. Sticks out a lot, like a lot. Do I mount it further forward? Certainly doesn't want to be any further back. I'm going to have to ponder, so I think it looks great from there. Still looks good. I do like how far it sticks out. I do like it, it's not that I don't like it. It's just that I think it's because I'm so used to looking at it without it. Shall I go and get Jonathan and see what he thinks? I think I will. I'm going to go and get Jonathan. You know that stuff he was doing with the gearbox on Fabio's car, the S13? That's all sorted now. The car went home yesterday, day before. So yeah, he's got all that sussed. Pretty damn impressive. He's now started making a batch of them, so if anybody was to want a 8 HP gearbox conversion, it's not in here, into sequential, give him a shout, JDM Dyno, and get you hooked up. I think he's going to do his escort next. So let's have a, where's he at? He's here. Just came to see what you're up to. Well, actually, can you come and give us your opinion on this spoiler? I'm a bit perplexed. I'm not too sure. Yeah.
That's a big word for you, isn't it?
Yeah. Don't ask us to spell it. Yeah, it's I've wedged it in so that it doesn't. Yeah, I haven't even tried it at that angle, so that would be. Yeah, I had it set at the angle of that. Yeah, that's.
You're going to need it so that it'll be.
Yeah, which it will.
It will there.
Yeah, and I mean, like that looks wild. I mean, like it might look better with like, you know, like say like an RB200 sticker right across it or something. You know what I mean? I think it maybe looks a little bit plain.
So when it goes,
Yeah.
when you brake, it goes stop.
Yeah, like a stop sign. Well, I mean, when you get down here and have a look at it, it looks.
That's my logo.
Yeah, I know. You knew I had that. See, like from this angle, when it's sitting at that, you know, you get quite a lot of the underneath side anyway, and very little rear view mirror. I'm not going to be able to see much out the back at all. I think we're going to have to put a camera in it. But obviously, I've got my screen that works as a rear view camera, so we could just. I can get one. He's actually brought two, but I don't know whether you need the actual one for it. But anyway, I just wondered what your thoughts were, because I think I've been looking at this so much without it there that I've got used to it. I like it. Like, I don't feel it necessarily needs it. And now it's in there, and I really wanted it in there, and now I'm like, oh, do I like it? Like, I do like it, but is it, I don't. Well, that was a thing. Do it white and then maybe just do the tip of it black. Well, I was going to make it carbon. That was the idea for the whole thing, to be carbon fibre. Yeah, I don't want to.
By the time you get wall horsey on there, though, I reckon.
And see, this is the problem as well, Jonathan. I'm not getting like proper constructive criticism. I'm getting
Because at the end of the day,
stupid ideas. Yeah, I know I'm going to do what. Yeah.
He says it looks shit thing. It's like, I don't give a fuck.
Yeah, you're right. I'll still do what I want, but like, it's just proper throners there. I don't know whether it. I don't know. Well, yeah, I was expecting excitement, and are you thinking it pivot from the front there and just go?
Yeah, like you could have it so it goes.
Yeah. See, if you remember back when I decided to cut the back out, this was sort of Jonathan's idea. This was all Jonathan's idea. I mean, I'm not even going to say sort of. It was Jonathan's idea. I was saying, what can I do to change the back? And Jonathan says, well, why don't you... I think I was maybe talking about cutting the middle out, but then Jonathan says, well, why don't you widen it out and put a spoiler in there? So it's his fault. And then he said about doing it active aero as well. So again, and I like it when it does that, because that just looks really rude. I mean, that just looks wild, you know. But then you lose the point of like this, because I love this bit. I love the little ducktail. Yeah, no, but it would look stupid if it was upside down, because it like and blatantly giving.
No, I'm thinking of getting the thing, because when it sticks out, you know. So
Yeah, but it would give it lift, not downforce. That's the thing. It would cause it to work the opposite of what it needs to be functional as well, you know. I mean, God knows what effect it would have in a wind tunnel. I don't know, but yeah, that's kind of what it would do. Do you want to just explain how you're planning on doing this active aero thing? Huh?
Oh, you mean the mechanism?
And is it going to work off the brake? So when I press the brake, so the harder I press the brake, the more it'll tip. or will it just go ding, 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 ding?
Yeah,
You know,
front
like
goes down, you see, 'cause it's a bit more compact.
that's how I imagined it. That's how I sort of imagined it working.
Potentiometer
On the brake pedal, you'd have to have like
or a brake pressure sensor.
yeah. Because if it was just like bump bump, I think it would be a little bit, well, just a little bit numb. I've always imagined it to be gradual, progressive. So you could do like you say, a potentiometer switch on the brake pedal, and then obviously like there's going to be some sort of a stepper motor in the back, yeah.
After the stepper motor, probably. Yeah.
And will it be a stepper motor? Anyway, oh God, Tatty, stop. My head's foggy as out anyway with all this. You're just making it even worse. So yeah, I don't know. I didn't expect to be like. I mean, it's not that I don't like it. It's just that I don't know. So what's your thoughts? Do you like it? Yeah, it maybe is a little bit big, like back to front.
That's what it is.
But then, if you were to do it smaller, like how much smaller would you do it? Like, it's gonna look the same but smaller, isn't it? Yeah, I mean it's just rough. I'm just trying to get a. Yeah, I mean I could shorten it just by that, couldn't I? I could take that. I could take like 2 centimeters off there.
That section on there.
But at the same time, I wanted it like to look, I want that kind of like wild look sort of to it, like extreme look to it, and slightly obnoxious, and that's definitely obnoxious. Remember when the 6R4 was in the garage and I was saying that like the 6R4 looked wilder than this does? This helps towards catching up with the 6R4's wildness. So I think that looks better than with it, doesn't it?
Yeah, until you stand here, looking from here.
I mean, you're never going to see anything out of it, but it does look good like that. That seems to be more, and obviously you've still got a little bit of air getting underneath it that would, yeah. That actually looks better further back, yeah. It does. It all of a sudden looks better. It does look. It's surprising how much better it looks. Just moving it back. I might just take it off the list. I don't know. Like, see when you take it away again. Yeah. It look loads better in carbon. See, I kind of like the way that these are like individual things. Like. Yeah. I feel like I'm going. Yeah, I do. I feel like I'm gonna have. Yeah. So do we maybe go for like making a smaller spoiler, or we just shorten that one down? Try shortening that down and see what that looks like. Okay. Well, that's a 6.
I would shorten it and see what it looks like.
Right. Okay. We'll do that. I do agree. It's a touch too big, and it definitely looks better when you move it further back. Right. So we've just cut the back edge of it off. I quite like the red line as well. And I'm much happier with it. I think it was the proportions. It was just almost square. Now it looks longer as well. It looks loads better. I think I could say I'm happy with it now. It was that, and it still sticks out. It's more balanced. It's more even now.
Yeah.
Even at that position, because it's slightly forward of where you're saying, yeah, so it wants to go slightly back, but I don't know why, but when look at that side, I've maybe cut this side slightly longer. Look at it, it looks like it's kicking up there. See what? Yeah, it looks like it's slightly twisted, but then when you look at it from the side, it doesn't look twisted at all. Yeah, I think it just needs tucked down at that side a little bit there. It's a little bit fat at that side. But it's doing it from underneath as well.
It is, yeah, it is slightly twisted.
I don't know, yeah.
Probably when you glued it together.
It was when I clamped it, like Tatty said, he had a good idea. He says you should have put a bit of wood, across the front, and instead of having it clamped, because I've actually had to fill in the dints where it had pressured in. So, but if I'd sandwiched it with wood back and front, then we wouldn't have had that problem, and I could have only used, yeah. Well, I can tweak this one, can't I, and then mould off it anyway. So, or make another one, but that looks better. But that does look better. It's loads better. Everywhere though, I think everywhere it looks better. Like when you walk around it, there's no point where I'm going, I don't know. It looks good from all the angles now. That's what it was. It was just too long. Well, there we go. I'm glad I went and got Jonathan and got his opinion and helped him, got him to help us position it and his input, because that sorted it. That would have bugged me all night. I'd have been sat at home thinking, I don't know what to do. I have cut that is slightly not straight there as well. Yeah, it just needs straightened up a little bit, but yeah. But by the time I've thinned it out a little bit and rounded it off, I think it'll be fine. I'll be able to compensate along the length.
If you line the bottom up.
Yeah.
Line the top up in here. It still looks a little bit.
Yeah, it looks like that's a little bit higher. Yeah. So that one's.
That's flatter this side.
Yeah, yeah. And it could have been like that. The spoiler might have already been like that.
Yeah. It's probably when you've glued it together, it's not quite been.
Yeah.
Right, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah, right. Do another one or tweak that.
To be fair, I did just like when it was two separate sections, there was a little bit of a lip because of the mould, and I just whacked that off with the grinder. It wasn't like super accurate or anything. I didn't block it or anything like that. I just I can play with it now anyway. I'm happy with it now. I'm happy with it from every angle. Just needs a little bit of a tweak on the shape and that, but how it looks on the car, I'm happy. What do you think? Let us know. So I'm laid on the floor because I want to show you the side skirt brackets. Under the sill we go. Oh, that's the back one. That's weird. There we go. So there's the back one. There. Tech screwed on. And then if we go around that way, it's a bit hard to focus, but there's the other one. So we just put two on, bonded it on, tiger seal at that side, and tech screwed it into the sill on that side. So solid as a rock. These really are absolutely solid now. Well happy with them. So that was another job off the list. I've got myself all the way down here just to show you them. And I've rounded the bottom edge of the spoiler off, so you can see the different layers there. Gel coat, fiberglass, gel coat, that's the layer. The second layer of gel coat is the sandwich layer that glued it all together. Another layer of fiberglass and then gel coat on the top. But I'm really happy with it now. It's absolutely sorted it out. It's exactly how I'd envisioned it. It's just that 40mm off, chopped off it. But what a difference. Right, I'm going to stop talking about my spoiler now because you're probably sick of hearing about my spoiler. I see someone's commented on the last video saying, oh, you should motorise it and make it go up and down. The post does say active aero. Like I say, getting Jonathan to actually do it will be another thing though. He's that busy with a million and one things, and he's got a dyno to build as well, so I won't hold my breath. But I am starting to move to what I've ordered. Found some of the like bulb holders that go on the back because it hasn't got any bulbs in it, or the holders for it. So I found some bulb holders on eBay for the back. I've ordered a bulkhead harness connector for if I ever need to remove the clam, and I've ordered, I could only get one on eBay, couldn't find any others, but for that hole there, for the indicator. So hopefully we'll be able to replicate the other side. Tatty did bring, I don't know where they're at now, but Tatty did bring some like connectors for bulb holders for doing that sort of thing. So they don't fit, but I'm hoping we'll be able to modify it to fit. Yeah, that's where we're at today. I'm just having a bit tidy up and getting rid of some rubbish and that. It's, place is an absolute bomb site. So that'll be me for today. A few bits and pieces to do in the morning. I've got a tattoo to do, 1 o'clock consultation, and then I'll be out here again. So, but yeah, the list's getting a lot smaller and starting to look towards getting it ready for MOT. So yeah, won't be long. Fingers crossed, it might pass.